Good morning, all. So
Good morning, sir.
today we will be discussing. We have started the response of second order control system. So if you remember the second order control system, standard term is so this is a second order control system standard form. So we have a block diagram omega n square upon s plus 2 delta omega n. So when we find out cs upon rs for this, it will come out to be omega n square upon s square plus 2 delta omega n s plus omega n square. So the power of the denominator is 2. That's why this is known as the second order control system. The characteristic equation of this so as we studied, the characteristic equation of any transfer function is the denominator equal to 0. So the characteristic equation will become s square plus 2 delta omega n s plus omega n square equal to 0. The roots of this characteristic equation will be s equal to minus 2 delta omega n plus minus under root 2 delta omega n square minus 4 omega n square upon 2. क्योंकि किसी भी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक इक्वेशन सेकंड ऑर्डर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक इक्वेशन, इफ यू रिमेंबर, इट इज माइनस बी प्लस माइनस अंडर रूट बी स्क्वायर माइनस 4ac upon 2a. So I have put the values, so it will comes out to be minus delta omega n plus minus omega n under root del square minus 1. So these will be the two roots of this characteristic equation s1 and s2. So if you remember, we have discussed this will be having 4 values. The two roots are imaginary when delta equal to 0. So when we put delta equal to 0 in this equation, this will become 0. This will become minus 1. So that will become minus 1. So under root minus 1 is g. So this will be a two roots are imaginary. The two roots are real and equal. So when delta equal to 1, when we put delta equal to 1, delta square will become 1. 1 minus 1, that will become 0. So it will become minus delta omega n, that means minus omega n. तो इस केस में आपका s1 s2 will become minus j omega n. इस केस में आपका s1 and s2 will become minus omega n. And the two roots are real but not equal when delta is greater than 1. So when delta is greater than 1, this term will be more than 1. So this will be a positive term. So when we make under root, so that will be a positive term always. So then the roots will be real, because this is real part and this is also real part. So the two roots will become real, but it is plus minus, so it will be not equal when delta is greater than 1. And last, the two roots are complex conjugate when delta is between 0 to 1. So when delta is between 0 to 1, delta square will become less than 1. And because delta square is less than 1, so this term will become imaginary. So it will become a complex conjugate because it will become minus delta omega n plus minus j omega n. So once it is plus and second it is minus. So they will be a complex conjugate pair. So we will be, when we are studying the second order control system, we have to study that how your system will be behaving in all the four cases. So it is not that we have find out the solution and then we will be getting the answer. To solve this, we have to consider all the cases, then how the system will be behaving when delta is 0, delta is 1, delta is greater than 1, and delta is between 0 to 1. So second order system will be not completed until we will be analyzing all the four parts. So from this we will be getting that Cs equal to omega n square upon s square plus 2 delta omega n s plus omega n square into Rs. So this will become your Cs. So we will be taking the inverse Laplace of this and we will be getting the final response of this Ct. So we will be considering the first case, that is response to the unit step input. That means we are applying that Rs equal to 1 by S. So Rs equal to 1 by S. So our Cs will become omega n square upon S into S square plus 2 delta omega n S plus omega n square. That means this will be considered as two roots. So it will become omega n square upon S, S minus S1 and S minus S2. So now S minus S1 and S minus S2 will be depending on the value of delta. So when we are solving this equation, we will be considering the various values of delta and then we will be finding the solution. So we will be considering case by case. So case 1, we will be considering that delta equal to 0. So when we consider delta equal to 0, that means S1 and S2 will become plus minus j omega n. So Cs will be omega n square upon S, S square plus omega n square. So we have to, because we have to find out the inverse Laplace, so we have to partial fraction it. So it will become A by S plus Bs plus C upon S square plus omega n square. So when we solve it, we will get A equal to 1, B equal to minus 1 and C equal to 0. I'm not going in detail how we will be finding the values of A, B and C because it is the simple term. We will be finding A equal to Cs into S and S equal to 0. So when we put S equal to 0, तो S तो cancel हो चुका, S equal to 0, so it will become omega n square upon omega n square. So that means A will become 1. In this, you can take it as Bs plus C or you can take it as, because it is s square plus omega n square, that means over numerator will be considering only the s term, that means c will be 0, and then we will be finding b as s into s square plus omega n से हम उसको डिवाइड कर देंगे तो एस स्क्वायर प्लस ओमेगा एन स्क्वायर कैंसिल हो जाएगा, एस कैंसिल हो जाएगा, तो दैट विल बिकम ओमेगा एन स्क्वायर and s will become s square will become minus omega n. So we will, when we put s square equal to minus omega n, it will become minus 1. A is equal to 1, b equal to minus 1, and c equal to 1, because a is cs into s equal to 0, so that will become omega n square upon s square plus omega n square. That means s equal to 0, so omega n square upon omega n square, that means 1. C equal to 0, because when we differentiate this term, we will be not getting any s term or not also getting any constant term, so that's why it is only bs. So c is 0 and b is cs into s square plus omega n square upon s, and s square equal to minus omega n square. तो s square plus omega n से s square plus omega n square cancel हो जाएगा, s will be s into s will become s square, so it will become omega n square upon minus omega n square, that means minus 1. So that means a will be 1, b is minus 1, and c is 0. So cs is 1 upon s minus s upon s square plus omega n square. So ct will become Laplace inverse of 1 by s minus s upon s square plus omega n square. So 1 upon s means ut minus s upon s square plus omega n square, that is cos omega n t. That means your response will be so this will be your response, this is your t, this is your ct. Because ut, so it will be ut minus cos omega n t. So cos omega n t, when it is minus 1, so this will become plus 1, and when it is cos omega n t is 1, it will become 0. So when 1 it is 0, when minus 1, so that will minus 1 minus 1, so that will become 2. This is your pi upon 2 omega n, and this is pi upon omega n. So this is the response when we will be putting delta equal to 0. So the unit step response of the second order system when delta is 0 will be a continuous time signal with constant amplitude and frequency. So the response of undamped, so this is known as undamped because there is no damping. Damping means the response will reduce. In this case, there is no response reduction. That's why it is known as undamped. So the response of undamped second order system undamped because delta equal to 0. For unit step, input is completely oscillatory. And every practical system has some amount of damping. Hence, undamped system practically does not exist. Because ऐसा possible नहीं है कि we don't have any damping in the system. So, because damping is always present in the system, we will be always considering that there is no system which will be having delta equal to 0. Then second case, when delta is between 0 to 1. So when delta equal to 0 to 1, we know that S1 and S2 will become minus delta omega n plus minus j omega d. Omega d is omega n under root 1 minus delta square. So it is actually minus delta omega n plus minus j omega n under root 1 minus del square. Because I have taken minus out, the under root minus that will become j. So our CS will become omega n square upon s square plus 2 delta omega n s plus omega n square. So that means CS will be omega n square upon s square plus 2 delta omega n plus omega n square. So that means it will become A upon S plus BS plus C upon S square plus 2 delta omega n S plus omega n square. And to find A, B, C, we can find out A directly and B and C when we will be equating the terms. So I will be directly writing the values. So we will be getting A equal to 1, B equal to 1, and C equal to 2 delta omega n. So it will become CS will become 1 upon S minus S plus 2 delta omega n divided by S square plus 2 delta omega n S plus omega n square. So we can put this and we can divide this 1 upon S minus S plus 2 delta omega n divided by S square plus 2 delta omega n S plus delta omega n square plus omega n square minus delta omega n square. I have added and subtracted delta omega n square in the term to make this a perfect square. So this will become a perfect square, S square plus 2 delta omega n S plus delta omega n square and this will
Sir,
become
B is equal to
separate.
minus
So
1.
this will become 1 upon S minus S plus 2 delta omega n divided by S plus delta omega n square. Because this will
Excuse me,
this
sir.
हाँ
Sir, B
Excuse
का
me, sir.
वैल्यू
B
माइनस
is
1
equal
होगा.
to 1 होगा या -1 होगा? पूछ रहा है.
C equal to
B is equal to.
sorry ये दोनों
Sir, B
माइनस
is
है.
equal to.
B will be -1 and C will be -2 delta omega.
Okay.
So it is S square plus 2 delta omega n S plus delta omega n square. So it is S plus delta omega n square whole square बन गया plus omega n square 1 minus delta square. So I can write it as omega n under root 1 minus del square. That means omega d. So it can be written as 1 minus S plus 2 delta omega n divided by S plus delta omega n square plus omega d square. So now I will divide it again in two parts. That is 1 upon S minus S plus delta omega n divided by S plus delta omega n square plus omega d square minus delta omega n upon S plus delta omega n square plus omega d square. I have just, this is 2 delta omega n. So I have divided into S plus delta omega n plus delta omega n. तो S plus delta omega n को एक कंसीडर कर लिया और delta omega n को एक कंसीडर कर लिया. तो this will become ये क्यों किया आप ये हम बात करते हैं. Now we require omega d here. So I will multiply it with omega d. And upper I will be also dividing and multiplying with omega d. ये क्यों किया? If you remember, S upon S square plus omega square and omega upon S square plus omega square. If you remember, sin omega t and cos omega t. So I make it S plus delta omega n. S plus delta omega n is equal to S. यानी कि we have S plus delta omega n upon S plus delta omega n का whole square plus omega d square. I put Sx equal to S plus delta omega n. So this will become, equivalent term will become Sx upon xx square plus omega d square. किसी को अगर याद हो तो this term will be having, because now it will become S upon S square plus omega d square, so that will become cos omega d into t. And because I have put S equal to S plus delta omega n, so that will be e raised to power minus delta omega n t. Because we multiply it with exponential term, so it is cos omega dt minus e raised to power minus delta omega n t. Similarly, this will become omega upon s square plus omega square. So that is sin omega d. So when we take Laplace inverse, so it is Laplace inverse of 1 upon s minus s plus delta omega n upon s plus delta omega n square plus omega d square minus 1 upon omega d delta omega n into omega d upon s plus delta omega n square. सो इसको भी यही लेते हैं डेल्टा ओमेगा n प्लस ओमेगा d square. So this will become 1 upon s will become ut minus s upon s square plus omega d square. So that is become cos omega dt into e raised to power minus delta omega n t minus delta omega n upon delta omega d omega upon s plus s square plus omega square. So that will become sin omega dt e raised to power minus delta omega n into t. So that means 1 minus e raised to power minus delta omega n t cos omega dt plus delta omega n upon omega n under root 1 minus del square sin omega dt. So this will become 1 minus e raised to power minus delta omega n t. ओमेगा n से ओमेगा n कैंसिल हो गया. डेल्टा ओमेगा n t ओमेगा n से ओमेगा n कैंसिल. अंडर रूट को इधर ले लेते हैं बाहर, तो इट इज अंडर रूट 1 माइनस डेल स्क्वायर. अंदर आ जाएगा अंडर रूट 1 माइनस डेल स्क्वायर cos ओमेगा dt प्लस डेल इंटू साइन omega dt. We assume a triangle with angle theta. This is delta, this is 1. So this is under root 1 minus del square. That means sin theta is under root 1 minus del square and cos theta is del, and tan theta is under root 1 minus del square upon delta. So this will become your sin theta and this will become your cos theta. So it will become 1 minus e raised to power minus delta omega n t upon under root 1 minus del square sin theta cos omega dt plus cos theta sin omega dt sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. किसी को अगर याद हो क्या होता है? sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. 1 minus e raised to power minus delta omega n t upon under root 1 minus del square
sin A plus B
sin omega dt plus theta sin A plus B, और 1 minus e raised to power minus delta omega n t upon under root 1 minus del square sin omega dt plus tan inverse under root 1 minus del square upon delta. This is your CT. This is the most important derivation. If control system exam, this is the most important question which will be coming in point of view of derivation. Generally, they are asking, find out the time response of the second order system for unit step input. This is, you have to find out the CT. Now, this is 1 minus. This is 2, these are two terms. One is this and one is this. Because this is sine term, this is also decaying with respect to time. And this is e raised to power minus delta omega and t. So this is also decaying with respect to time. When we draw this response, your response will be like this. These are the 1 minus e raised to power minus delta omega and t upon under root 1 minus del square, and this is also 1 plus e raised to power minus delta omega and t upon under root 1 minus del square. These are the exponential term, and then that is multiplied by sine omega dt plus theta. So this will be like this, because we have sine term which magnitude is continuously decreasing. So the response of underdamped second order oscillatory system before settling to final value, the oscillations depends on the value of delta. The frequency of transient oscillation is of damped oscillation natural frequency omega d. So the error signal for this system is the difference between the input and output, and that will be equal to e raised to power minus delta omega and t under root 1 minus del square sine omega dt plus theta. It is a damped sinusoidal response. The response reaches a steady state value of 1 when time tends to infinity. So the unit step response of second order system is having damped oscillation. That means decreasing amplitude when delta lies between 0 to 1. The unit step response of second order system is having damped oscillations, decreasing magnitude, around final value, that is 1. When delta lies between 0 and 1. So when delta is between 0 and 1, your response will be oscillatory in nature, but it is damped oscillation because the magnitude will be continuously decreasing, and the response will be oscillating about your final value, that is 1. That means input which we have applied. So the final value will be oscillating, and the magnitude of these oscillations will be decreasing continuously with time. And after t equal to infinity, these terms will become constant, and your response will be considered to be equal to the input which we have applied. So this is how the second order system will be behaving when delta is between 0 to 1. So this is how delta, the next two cases we will be discussed in the next class.